That went straight through. Let's have a look at YouTube. Jesus, it's getting hot in here. View your channel. Live stream. Hey, that's me. Hello, mate. Again, the bandwidth hasn't gone up. How does that work? Surely I'm sending... Even if it's not doing additional processing, it's doing shipping more bandwidth. That's really weird. All right, so it's only Twitter now. I did a fresh install and got the gaming and streaming editions. Where shall I start from your app? Any recommendations? Well, yeah, I'd start by start here, basically. Motherboards and BIOS. Where I'd start. And then just go through each one of these pages one at a time. If you want to do a quick start, you could run some of the scripts to begin with. That will kind of get you going, and then I suppose you could go back to tune and then go through them one at a time. But the fast tweaks would get you going. Yeah, so maybe start with that, and then start doing the tune progress basically up here. I mean, or you could start going through the fixes, but normally tune progress. But yeah, you probably want to get your BIOS up to date, do some little changes in your BIOS. But yeah, it's basically, I've scripted as much as I possibly can, but after that, it's guide stuff that you have to just go through. So give that a whirl. Right, so next problem. So they're working. So I still want to get X to work. Okay, I'm gonna try and recreate this X one. Twitter output. So I'm gonna remove that one. And then I'm gonna create it again. Stream X Twitter. I don't want to go to California. What do I want to go to? EU West Ireland. Right, then I need a stream key. RTM stream key. Copy that. Oh wait, what was the recommended encoder settings? Audio bitrate 128, video bitrate 9000. AVC. Okay. That's interesting. Right, let me see if I can get this running. So oh, wait, wrong one. Oh. Yeah, give it a go. So ping me on here if you get stuck. Should be on for a few hours now. When I overheat, I do need to get my aircon running. Right. That's that. Right, now, Twitch, main canvas, and custom encoding settings. So reuse the main one, which is that. Then track 2, 128 bitrate. That should work. All right, let's try it. Again. Okay, so where do I go to see whether I'm broadcasting or not? No broadcasts. It says create broadcast. That's for dates. That's just a source. Then how do I do this? Okay, I need to ask someone that's gone live on Twitter before, because I don't know how I'm doing it. Says it's running, it's just not. It says it's running, but it's just not. Now, let me try and grab the log files again. Upload previous log files, view current log files, open file, select all, copy, close file. Tim, I can't do TikTok. YouTube has no chat. It does. Well, it should do. It should do all of them. I've got unified chat on this. So is it not coming through on YouTube? That's interesting. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Theater mode, settings. That's weird. Yeah, why doesn't YouTube have a chat? Did when I was doing it on Restream. I don't know. Okay, I'll try and troubleshoot that in a bit. I mean, can I send YouTube chat? Let me see if I can do it this way. Hello world. Does that go to everything? Yeah, it went to YouTube. But yeah, I can't actually see it on the stream. Oh, that's weird. Oh my god, it's getting so hot in this room. Okay, I need to go put the aircon on. Give me a second. Standing in the station, please push up against the glass. Right. Let's crank it up. Oh, that should cool me down. It's 29 degrees in my office right now. Let's see what it gets down to once the aircon kicks in. Right, I need to work out why OBS is transmitting successfully, but X has not published a public live stream for that incoming feed. It remains connected and sends frames, so Atrium is live. However, on X, an RTMP source is the only incoming video feed. You must also create a live stream broadcast linked to that source before anything appears publicly on your profile. X explicitly distinguishes the video source from the public broadcast. Do this on X. I've got a to-do list. Oh. Did you select for kids? That bans comments. Didn't select anything, mate. Might be, I mean, it could be the, it could be because I've got category gaming. Maybe that's it, because it's category gaming. Maybe I need to change the... I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've got the category as gaming. Okay, I'll look at that after I try and fix the Twitter stream. Give me a second. Let me do one thing at a time. Okay, so there's that. X producer. So it's saying open X Live Studio from Creator Studio, click new live stream, enter a title. Create broadcast. Waiting for stream. Select a source. OBS. Ah, there we go. You mean I gotta do this every time? Apparently so. Public chat. Verified accounts. My subscribers can chat. Start immediately. Oh, crikey. Enable streaming is required when geo restrictions are on this. This cannot be changed after publishing. Content restrictions. Okay. Why is it saying AVC? Interesting. Esports and video games. Right, so they need to take this. Need to take all of this. Bung it in there. So you need to create the broadcast every time, do I? Success. Broadcast created. All right. So I need to manually do that every time. So not only do I have to send stuff from OBS, but I also have to configure X to actually receive the broadcast each time. Crikey. All right, so on my profile now, do I have... Oh, I do have a live. Hello, live. All right, and then I click on that, and what does that give me? Yay. Chat, no chance of me having chat on that. People start asking me chat on, I might have to just leave that up and just check it every so often. All right, so next problem is, as Batch said, next problem is whether it's the category for the live stream that's got chat on it or not. Okay. All right, so next problem. Okay. So because I copied that key, I don't know. There must be something in OBS Only since the RTM field, YouTube chat, where the chat exists. Open YouTube Studio, create, go live, set the current active stream, then edit, customization, turn on live chat. All right, let's have a look. YouTube Studio, yeah. Live stream. Your comments. Okay, that's the performance for it, but create, go live. Let's create, go live. Live stream, right. How do I? Details, video details. Yes, it's made for kids. Okay. No. Do I need to manually change it every time? Right. There should be chat now because I've just made it not for kids. Let's have a look. Good old YouTube. You're gonna have to forgive me if I'm being slow today on this. This is the first time I've used multi-stream ATM on my stream, so I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go right now. So we should be live on Twitch, both horizontal and vertical streams, and YouTube and X and Kick. So that's the live. We got a chat window? Or is it just a big, yay, chat? Hey, I got a chat. I'm off. We have a chat. Welcome in. And a lot of adverts. All right, so what do I see my end? Hey, okay. So yeah, how do I get it to always be not made for kids? You can't reliably set this when using streams. OBS is only sending the video feed. YouTube owns the audience and chat metadata. Your screenshot. Okay. To make this permanent default, in YouTube Studio, click settings at the bottom left, then channel. Right, okay. Settings in the bottom left, then channel, then what? Then open advanced settings. Under audience. Oh, okay. Okay. That's how you do it. Save. All right. Hopefully that fixes it all now. All right. So we are multi-streaming with noties. Sweet. Right, so how am I going to keep an eye on chat? How am I going to keep an eye on chat? Okay. Given a thingy in there saying I'm not actively monitoring chat in X. Nobody's watching. Perfect. Right. So next question I've got is how much resources this is taking up? Because as I say, I'm sending two streams to Twitch, so a vertical and a horizontal, and then I've got YouTube, Kick, and X. So I've got basically 5 streams going out, but my bandwidth hasn't gone up at all. So it was 13,700-ish kilobits a second before, and it's still that now. So I don't understand what witchcraft is doing this. Unless I'm sending my stream to like... No, it doesn't make sense. How is it doing this? Okay, so in terms of resources, NVIDIA encoding is 61%. Perfect. CPU sync at 20%. Perfect. So I've basically multi-streaming. I've not added any overhead to my computer at all. A bit like Restream, but then you're sending it to the Restream servers and then they're duplicating it out. Whereas I'm doing the duplicating it out, which is why I don't understand why, one, my bandwidth hasn't gone up for the upload, and two, my GPU render percent isn't going up. So that's a bit weird. Yeah, Best. How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Right, I think I'm streaming everywhere, is my point. I need to keep an eye on chat a little bit so I can showcase things. So you guys have currently, I released version 8 yesterday at like 1 a.m. and I'm already working on 8.1 because I'm pretty much releasing a new version every Friday at the moment, which is crazy speed for to be developing this. But anyway, so the new thing I'm now testing, this is 8.1 you're looking at, is somebody asked me to add a new feature for sorting out processor affinities. Best moments, there's a free version. So there's a free version that gives you access to pretty much everything in the Detect tab. And it gives you access to some, if you play Fortnite, gives you access to like replay analyzer, match trends for your replays. You can see how you're doing. You can see how your teammates are doing. You can see whether anyone's stream sniping you or things like that. So yeah, pretty much everything. So fast monitors in here, which will kind of analyze your FPS over your game. It will analyze your network. I've added a new fast latency thing. This is all in the free bit. This is all in the free version. But if you want to make your computer faster, then you need a licensed version, and the details are basically on my website. So if you want to pop over to my website and have a look, which is alexanderthedad.com, you can see all the pricing and things on there. But there's a gaming and streaming edition, and there's a Fortnite edition. So if you don't play Fortnite, then go for the gaming and streaming edition. If you do play Fortnite, definitely get the full Fortnite edition. But yeah, loads of goodies to play with in the free version. So see how you get on with that first. But if you want to make your computer faster, and I've got a reference benchmark here. So this is on this computer. So I basically benchmarked completely stock Windows and completely stock BIOS. That's the bottom bar. Then I benchmarked tuning the BIOS. That's the middle bar. And then I benchmarked tuning Windows, which is the top bar. So you can see how much your FPS should go up as an example. So you can see that tuning your BIOS probably gives you the most FPS boost, but tuning Windows then helps a lot with the smoothness, and so with the kind of FPS drops. So that kind of, this kind of breaks it down. But yeah, so the streaming version will give you access to all the tuning stuff and the streaming setup stuff, and the Fortnite edition will then give you additional stuff in kind of here where you can do quality settings and check give you the best settings in game, and lets you drill down into kind of your games for who you've played against. Like, so if I wanted to, so like this guy across all my replays, he's killed me 3 times and I've killed him 2 times, and you can kind of sort by net, so you can see who killed the most and who's killed you the most. And you can sort by stream snipers, you can sort by dodgy stats and see who's probably cheating in your games. Yeah, loads of goodies if you do the full Fortnite version. But yeah, try out the free one. To get the free one, just as a tip, because loads of people have this problem. Comrade. Right. So the free version, so to get the free version, you go to this URL, which I'll paste in the chat. Oh, which I can't paste in the chat because it's in the wrong computer. But you go here, and then you have, the thing that gets most people is you have to actually put a price in there. So you just put 0 and then add to cart, and then just sign in with an email address that can be emailed a link to download it. That's all you have to do. But that's a bit of a gotcha, that, because lots of people go, add to cart, doesn't work. You actually have to put a value in there, which is free is 0. So, but that should sort you out. But yeah, have a play. Have a play. What else was I talking about before? Yeah, so I was talking about 8.1, wasn't I? So what's coming next? Hardware devices. So setting processor affinities. So normally the way to set processor affinities up is with the official Microsoft tool, the interrupt affinity tool. And a lot of people don't like this. Have I got this on here? Probably do, but I'll download it anyway. Yeah, so you have to go to here, you have to click download, and well, it's probably better off. So that's what it looks like, right? So a lot of people don't like that because they have to search through millions and millions of devices, and then they don't really understand what they have to click for closest processor and which things. So what I've done is I've now changed my lookup tool up here to actually being a lookup tool plus the ability to set it as well. So what it'll do when you open it by default, it'll list 2 types of things that you can actually change it to. I've deliberately not letting you change any other devices. It's only for USB host controllers and your GPU, because they're the 2 things that cause the most interrupts anyway. So you want to move those away from core 0 onto more available cores, and then you kind of spread the load out. So now you've got the ability to select say core the GPU line. You click set cores, and then you can change which cores you set and just apply. So I've got these on 4 and 5. And then I've got my input devices, and you can, I've broken it down so you know which input devices. So if you've got a controller, keyboard and mouse, maybe all plugged into different ports, and they're actually then on different controllers, you can then see which controller is associated with which device. So you can see that on this controller, I've got, I basically got 2 mice. So I've got, a mouse and a keyboard. And then on this controller, I've got my gamepad, yeah, my Omega Scuff Omega. So I've put that, because I'm a controller player, I've put that on 6 and 7. and then when you apply that, and then you just reboot, and then it's all applied. And you can see you can then test actually, and you can see from out fast latency. If I then do a start, which is my built-in latency tester, a bit like Latency Mon, but I don't use the really low-level driver stuff. This is just gathering stats from what's within Windows already without having to do low-level driver stuff. So once you capture like 30 seconds or something, if I move my mouse around a bit, or move my controller around a bit or something, and then 30 seconds and stop, it then gives you a breakdown of how many interrupts your devices are interrupting your computer, saying, I've got a new update, I've got a new update, I've got a new update, I've got a new update. And then it sorts by the different drivers. So you can see here that the top one I've got is the NVIDIA one, NVLDD, that's NVIDIA driver. And then the second one is the WDF one, which is normally for your USB devices. And then the third one there is the DX, which is DirectX. So it's display related again. So, but you can see that. So as I say, I've got my GPU set to 4 and 5 and my input devices on 6 and 7. So you can see here that if I hadn't have done those CPU processor moves to different interrupts, all of that load would have been on core 0, all of it, and it would be massively over here somewhere. So we're just kind of, this is a good way of showing that when you've moved those processor affinities to different cores away from core 0 for your GPU and your USB controller, you can check that the load has moved as well. So it's really useful for doing that. I probably should link them and say, now go and test. But you can check it's worked, in other words. Rancy, with Fast App, do I need to use other apps as well? Back in the day, I was using like Driver Booster, Advanced System Care, iObit and Installer. I was also using Chris Titus. I assume I don't need those anymore. Looks like I will start with Run All, Fast Tweaks, as you said. Yeah, so I still use Driver Booster with this. So one of the things I introduced in version 8 was driver health. So if you go to the Tune hardware devices driver health, it will scan for all your drivers, and then you can scan Windows updates for newer ones, and you can also then says open Driver Booster. So I still use a lot of those programs that you've mentioned, the iObit ones. So Driver Booster, the uninstaller is really useful, and it's integrated with this as well for kind of cleaning up, debloating old apps you don't use anymore or you don't need. So I still use them. I don't really use Advanced System Care as much anymore now that I've kind of cleaning up disk stuff. But I do not in my app. I do not have a thing for cleaning invalid registry things. I've deliberately stayed away from that because that's a bit of a danger zone. So if you want to clean up your registry, Advanced System Care is still good for that as well. So I've got all of those apps that you've just mentioned on this computer. Look, Advanced System Care is here, Driver Booster's here, Uninstaller's here. So there is a little overlap, but not much. Chris Titus, I don't use anymore at all. I've got my own fast debloat tool, and should I say it? Yeah, mine's better. So mine's faster and it's safer in what it does. So, and performance wise, it gets rid of everything it needs to. So my debloat is better. But again, that's in the paid version, not the free version. Whereas Chris Titus Text Tool is excellent and it's free. But mine's better. Shh, don't tell anyone. And then I integrate with O&O Shutup. I integrate with O&O App Buster. I integrate with auto runs. So yeah, mine's better. But Yeah, don't tell anyone. Yeah, I mean, if I run the debloat script, I'll do the full version. Let's see how long this takes. It's going to do the backup first. And then once it's done the backup, then it does a restore point. So all of my stuff's reversible. I have a whole thing for individual reversing stuff. Nearly done. Done. So that's all you have to do for mine. Just basically click a button, and it's quick. It does everything that you need. Nothing unsafe at all. I've deliberately made sure everything that I'm taking out or cutting you don't need. Nothing impacts security whatsoever. So yeah, my one kicks some butt. Really does. I wrote this from the ground up, so it's really good. Really, really good. I'm always making sure it's up to date as well. So if Windows bring in some new bloat, that I make sure I get rid of what it needs to. So safe and fast. What else? Yeah, so this is 8.1, as I said. The new processor affinity setter, not just the reader, the new processor affinity setter will be available in 8.1. And as I said before, I'm pretty much on a rolling weekly basis of new versions at the moment. So next Friday, I'll release this 8.1. The following Friday, it'll be 8.2. Then the following Friday after that, will be 8.3. If I come up with a huge idea or I've done a ton of stuff, it will go to 9. That's kind of my development cycle at the moment. But yeah, I'm spending like 100 hours a week developing this. So it's like 100 products in one right now. Did I take computer science for GCSE? That's an excellent question. No, when I was at school, there wasn't computer science for GCSE. I wish there was, because I would have gone on a very different path. Because I did like 11 GCSEs, and then I did 3 A levels, and then I did a degree in biochemistry and biological chemistry at university. And then I came out of university and went, right, I don't want to do that. What do I want to do? So then I retrained. I worked in pubs and bars behind the bar. I paid for myself to do a Microsoft Systems Engineering certification. That took about 6 months to do. And that was about, when was that? That was about the year 2000. And then I got an IT job as a kind of a support person in a small little startup in the UK. And then after that, I was there for about a year, and then I got a big job over in the States. So I then worked for like an internet billing company over in the States doing real big systems architects and engineering stuff. So it's weird. So you can kind of start in one direction with science and then end up in another direction. So it's not, you don't really get tied down. When you trying to choose your, my son does like Roblox development, but he's only just done his GCSEs, and he didn't do any computer stuff, but he can do Roblox development coding in his sleep. I mean, he's ridiculously good at it. He's been doing that since he was 8, but he didn't do any GCSEs for computer science. I want him to do an A-level for computer science now, because I think he needs to start doing it and focusing a bit more once he gets to A-levels. For the next after GCSE. But yeah, but I mean, and then I did IT for, well, since kind of 2000 really, all over the world. And it's only I started doing gaming computer stuff after I quit all the enterprise architecture stuff that I used to do for big companies like Oracle, the database company. And we used to integrate with kind of all the big telcos around the world, like Vodafone, Verizon, AT&T. I've done projects for all of those guys. So it's only when I stopped doing that and my wife started her own accountancy company that I started doing her IT, and I had a load of spare time for doing computer gaming stuff. And then I started learning this and doing this. So that's my history. I see. I guess I can use those apps again after everything done. What should my process count be on an Intel system? So you should be aiming for about 100, I'd say. Aim for about 100. Most people, when I get on the computer, are between 250 and 350 processes, and then we typically get them down to just over 100, depending on how much I can twist their arm to not start Discord with the computer or not start Steam with the computer, or so it depends what you start with the computer. But been learning Python, like programs and subprograms. Nice, very nice. Yeah, very useful that. Your fresh install is 173. Well, after you debloat it, it should come down quite a bit. It should come down quite a bit. But yeah, I'm loving this. I'm loving this new latency thing I came up with last week. Really useful. And if you get a load of kind of, if I run this for a bit longer and then do some more kind of input device, USB input device stuff, you can then break it down per USB. As a secret button appears down here that lets you break down the USB amounts, whether it's your controllers doing the most or whether it's your mouse doing the most, your keyboard doing the most, and then you can like troubleshoot them as well. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to trigger this on this computer. I can trigger it easily on my streaming PC, but not so much on this one. I might put that in there permanently, actually. It's quite nice to be able to do that. But yeah, I highly would recommend, I'd highly recommend running my free fast monitor tool on your games to kind of check for your FPS. I've deliberately made it only poll once a second so that it has really, really low impact on your gaming FPS. It basically maybe takes 0.5% CPU up doing this. So you're losing almost nothing finding out how well your game's performing. Okay, hey Spicy, should I Rufus to install Windows Clean? You can. I normally just go to, I normally just get a USB stick, go to Windows 11 download, then go in here. Oh wait, that's not the right page. No, that's still not the right page. Where's the right page? They pulled this. Where is it? Windows 11. There we go. Windows 11 download, and then it's the middle one, the create Windows 11 install media, and you just get a USB stick, and then it's got at least I think 8 gigabytes on it, and then you just install that. You download this. You then run it, you point it at the USB stick, and it installs a fresh Windows on it. And then all you have to do is plug it into the back of your computer and boot to it. And it's really, really easy doing it that way. And that way you've got a WinRE recovery environment whenever you need it as well on this. So if you then can't boot into your normal Windows for whatever reason, something's corrupted or broken, you can just boot to this, and then you can still access all the files from the hard disk that you need to. So really useful having just a USB to have that handy. Really, really useful. Should you disable BitLocker? I'd pause BitLocker, yes. If you're on a gaming PC, you don't really need encryption anyway. If you're on a work laptop, then yes, go for it. But the dangerous thing with BitLocker is if you ever have BitLocker enabled and then you try and update your BIOS, you can basically brick your drive. You won't be able to get back into it without wiping the drive and reinstalling Windows Fresh. If you've got BitLocker encryption on the disk and then you update the BIOS, it just won't be able to read it anymore. So be very, very careful with that if you're doing that. But yeah, for encryption for a gaming PC, you don't need, and it's just adding overhead. So I wouldn't. Overwancy, sorry for repeat, but is tune progress part check marks automatically after I do stuff? My BIOS is already up to date and motherboard drivers are up to date, but I did not check mark it. So you can do it manually. So you can basically say, yes, I've done this page. If you, yeah, it auto detects some things, but not other things. So yeah, so just kind of just go through it. Can you show your latency stats? Latency mon. Sorry. Oh, I see it's on the bottom middle. Yeah, it's quite small. Sorry. I tried to make it not too intrusive, but it is there on every page. And then you can kind of just go through and make sure you've done all the bits. When you run the scripts, it will auto detect some bits that you've done. So it will kind of fill in those bits for you, but it's still worth going through that page just to make sure you've done everything. Excuse me. One thing I've got on this is a latency mon analyzer. So my latency mon stats, so like they're like 1.3, 0.48, I think on this one. What you can do is you can actually track your idle states or in-game states, and then you can paste the report that latency mon produces, and this will analyze it for you. So for example, if we run latency mon, and I just kick this off for a little bit, let that run for a little bit. It's a bit higher than it normally is, probably because I've been running some other bits. Yeah, it's normally a bit lower than this, but I want to showcase taking the report and then analyzing it. Here we go. It's still really hot in here. It's still 26. My computer's cooling down though. It's just the rest. That's because I've got the door wide open and all the cold air is going straight out the back. Close that. Keep a bit of the cold air in. Right, so say you run this for a couple of minutes. Well, we're 41 seconds at the moment. What you can do, press stop, and then copy report text to clipboard, and you can take that and paste it in here, and then you can like analyze it below. So it'll kind of tell you what's good, what's kind of borderline. If you've got any red ones, that's bad. And it basically translates it all for you. If you just don't understand what you're looking at. So I've never seen that anywhere else. And as I say, I can my normal baseline is 1.37, 0.53-ish. But again, I do not strip down Windows to absolutely bare minimum. My philosophy is polish, not I'd rather polish it than just like completely strip out Windows. So it's still functional, it's still got all the security stuff, it's just a lot healthier. So I just strip out what's safe, and I know people can get much lower latency mon numbers, but then you're running something absolutely bare bones, and yeah, you just I'd be very worried about running something with incredibly low latency, because it means you've cut out loads of security, loads of services that you might need. So yeah, here we go. Smooth but not chopped. Yeah, I did have a really good saying. I forgot what my saying was. It's something like polished, not... Oh, I can't remember what I used to say now. But yeah, so really cool that, isn't it? You can just paste the output in here, and then it will give you an analysis of it. I thought that was pretty cool. Never seen anyone do that before, so I thought I'd do that. How much your service? What to do for me to do this myself? All my processes are on my website. So if you want to go on my website and have a look, just scroll down on there. There you go. Have a look on that. But the app, yeah, the app prices are on there as well. But as I say, the free version has a load of this. This bit's in the free version as well. So download the free version and have a play. It's my recommendation. And if you want to then tune up your PC, if you want to tune up your PC after that, then pay for the premium one. Or if you really want help with it, then get me to spend some time with you going through it. Suspending BitLocker, we covered that a minute ago. Yeah, so I would not be running BitLocker. If you are running BitLocker, it's because you're probably installing it on a work laptop, which isn't really an ideal gaming laptop. But yeah, I'd at least pause it. If not, I mean, if you're installing a new Windows, then it doesn't matter because you're wiping it anyway. So I would not, if you're running the Pro version of Windows, so Windows 11 Pro, then you can put BitLocker on if you want at the end. When you're installing or after finish. But again, if you're installing a new Windows, it's wiping the disk, typically. Worth it. Sorry about the ad break, boys and girls. Do you plan to stream a complete fresh install, then optimize with fast to a showcase? See, that's like 4 hours worth of work, at least, Rwancy. I think I did the benchmarking for the reference benchmark. I think I did do that live when I did that. Pretty sure Zeppo would remember. Did I do that live? I thought I benchmarked that live. But if you want kind of step by step what to do, follow along. No, that's like 4 hours worth. That's a lot of me talking and me explaining. And if I do it live, I tend to go off on tangents all the time. Yeah, that's one big video. As I say, this is like a product with 100 different products inside it right now. There's so much in this. It's crazy. Ooh. Yes, you did. Thanks, Apple. Yeah. So you could tell I wasn't cheating because I did those benchmarks live. No fudging of numbers. I kind of wish I'd done latency as well. I might do that at some point because I only did FPS and nobody tests latency. Nobody apart from me. Are you enjoying the chair more than the Herman Miller one? Zeppo, it's not even close, mate. This thing is, I love this chair. This is a 9 out of 10 chair. But I think it would get a 7 out of 10 if it didn't have the footrest. But the fact that I can like pull a handle and a footrest just flips up under my legs with kind of all velvetiness underneath them on the footrest bit. Oh, I love it. It's 9 out of 10. Whereas the Herman Miller Embody, that was just painful to sit on more than about an hour. So that's I don't know, I rate that as like a 4 out of 10. 4 hour days work doing it yourself, or 4 hours without. Yeah, pretty much. Are you enabling IOMMU and kernel DMA protections or on auto? Auto should be enabled already by default. I put IOMMU on if I'm doing comp, yeah, because Easy Anti-Cheat needs it. So I have to enable it for that. Prior to comp stuff, I used to just turn it off. If I'm not playing comp, I turn off IOMMU because it's not needed. But yeah, if you're playing comp, then you need it. I've got a section in here for requirements. Yeah, So got IOMMU. So I've got a section in here in the paid section for Fortnite for what all the requirements are. So you need secure boot, TPM2, you need IOMMU, and then an easy anti-cheat works. So I've got a section on that already. How much for the chair? So my old Herman Miller one was £1,750, and yeah, that was horrible to sit in. And this one, fully spec'd, the Secret Labs one, the Titan Secret Labs, fully spec'd was about £800. I think it was just under 800, 799 or something, 795, sorry. So it was £1,000 less, and it's 1,000 times more comfortable. It's ridiculous. I love this thing. It's such a nice chair. And because I can tilt the seat base up, and then basically have my feet up, and then my base of my spine is then really right in the corner of and supported of the chair, and you've kind of got extra like pillowy bits as well that, you know, I don't know if you can see this. So there's like an extra base pillow bit that kind of just goes at the bottom as well. That's really comfy. And then you got the footrest that kind of just springs up with one lever. Love it. Oh. No, I love this chair. Easily the best chair I've ever sat in. Sitting here for 8 hours, no backache. Yeah, I wanted something like my Porsche seat is what I wanted, and my Porsche seat has like little electronic bits of it, like got a vertical seat bit, then it's got a flat bit, you can tip it up, tip it down, and then you've got two like lumbar bits, so you can really kind of adjust the Porsche seat around your body. And I wanted something similar for a gaming chair as well, so yeah, this fits the bill really well. And you can kind of tilt it up, and it supports under your legs more, so it moves your weight back. €50 for full PC. I'm not sure what that means. €50 for full PC. Are you talking about my hourly rate for troubleshooting issues? Yeah, the app's about 50, yeah, for the Fortnite, for the gaming edition. Oh, still hot in here. Still blooming hot. The other thing I need to fix is I noticed the 14900K was getting pretty similar benchmark results to my 9800 X3D, and that should not be happening because there's a big difference. Tom's hardware, CPU hierarchy. There's a big difference, but there should be a big difference between the results for these. Oh, excuse me. So mine is kind of up here somewhere, and a 14900K should be way down here. So it's probably like a quarter, maybe a quarter more. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, probably a quarter more for a game. So I think I need to change that. I do think I need to change that, my benchmark, because I shouldn't be getting similar ticks. So I think I need to change the loads, because each load that I do on CPU, memory, and GPU, I try to make it as game representative as possible for gaming loads. But obviously not loading the X3D cache, the L3 cache enough. So I think I'm using 48 megs at the moment. So anything that's already got 48 meg L3 cache, including some Intel, I think I think they're getting away with higher scores than they should be getting. So I might have to fix this for 8.1. So that's probably what I'm going to be working on. Your service hourly. Yes, that's correct. That's what the website says. So it must be correct. Must be. Surely. Wouldn't lie on the website. All right, so nobody's watched that. 2 views on X. Nice. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. My first ever X stream. I'm not monitoring chat, though, so I just flicked across it to check. Nice. Never done a stream on X before. I still don't understand how the witchcraft is working, where I'm not using any additional upload bandwidth, even though I'm multi-streaming to YouTube, Kick and X on top. How has my upload bandwidth not gone up? I don't understand how that's happened. To say witchcraft. Help me lifetime. No, Spicy, of course not. It lists all the services on there. Nice try. I wrote this app so I'd spend less time helping people, so that people can do it themselves. That's why I wrote this app, so I can play Fortnite all day and not be on calls tuning people's PCs. So no, I do help people with their PC still, but it's typically just big streamers that can afford me. So if you're a big streamer, then it's probably worth doing. If you're not a big streamer, then it's probably not worth booking me in for 4 hours of £50 an hour. Not worth. So I still do the occasional big streamers, but if you don't have a supercomputer and you can work stuff out on your own, then I'd just recommend just getting the app, and then we're just working through it, and you'll get just as good results as me working through it. So you're just basically paying for my time. It's the only difference. Tried to explain the app as best I could, but it's difficult because there's stuff. So a lot of this stuff's really complicated. And if you're not comfortable with computers, then it's scary, to be honest. If I start giving instructions to people on how to change stuff in their BIOS, they get very scared, most people. So some people do just want a bit of hand holding, which is understandable, but it's pricey. I want to give you your PC. Okay. I don't really need another one, but you don't see me live on Twitter. I should be live on Twitter. Yep. If you click on my profile, I've got a big live thing around my face on my profile. I'm ATG_GGS. It's my, let me paste it. Yeah, I've never been live on Twitter before. Never done that. So I should be live on there. For a DPC fix, use the free version and work it out yourself what the problem is. That. So, wait, go back to that one. So this free version, I can personally switch between each version. So, so the fast latency app, oh, hang on, that's been going for 22 minutes. There, see what's going on here? It records for as long as you want it, and then you can kind of break down and see where the problems are. It finds what the issue is, and look, I've now got the breakdown USB devices, and then it will run 10 seconds of testing each USB device to see how many interrupts each one is using. So you run that for 10 seconds, and you can see that my controller's doing all the interrupting. So that's the thing that's causing the WDF ones. Versus, I don't even know what their USB device is. Well, I have no clue what that one is. But that should help you. You only have to click a button. Checked all posts on your profile. I don't see it. It should be where my face is, my avatar on my profile. It should have a live circle around it. You just click on my face. So you should need to do. What if I don't understand anything and want to give you PC to fix? No, I don't take PCs to fix, unfortunately. If your PC actually needs fixing, you should probably just give it to a local PC repair shop. They're usually the best things to send it to, but only if it needs fixing. This will help work out where the problem is. And then you can kind of, if it's physical, if it's a hardware issue, then they can just swap stuff out until they find where the issue is. But yeah, I love this. This is really cool. Really cool new app. Really cool new feature in here. This fast latency thing. So I've written the tool specifically for you, it seems, Spicy. So go for it. Try it. Download the free version and then try the fast latency thing on it. And then run it for a couple of minutes and to see what it says. If you've got questions after that, take some screenshots and bung them in my Discord. And then I can advise you that way. I want to give you money. Yeah. I'm trying to save you money. I will always try and give the best advice to people as opposed to trying to make myself money. So, for example, I get a lot of DMs from people with like potato PCs that either that want to pay for my time to tune their PCs up. And I always say to them, look, you're better off saving your money and putting it towards new, faster hardware. Just save up for hardware that I know will kind of give you like 300% more FPS versus me tuning up what you've got and you getting like an extra 20% FPS. There's no comparison. If you're already on the fastest hardware, then yeah, then it's worth tuning it up. So you've got a 5090 and a 9800 X3D. Okay, and you're still getting huge DPC spikes. Right, run this and send me in my Discord, which should be linked in a post above. The screenshots of this, or you can just DM me the screenshots of this, and I'll try and help for free. Then, if you still have problems, then we can sort out a session and I can have a look through for you. But this should tell you what the problem is, especially if you're on just the desktop not doing anything. If you're getting massive latency spikes on the session, not in here, not doing anything, then yeah, you've got a problem. Otherwise, I think a lot of my tuning stuff will get rid of those issues anyway. Just the scripts, because as I say before, we kind of when I optimize, we move around the interrupts so that everything is not on core 0. I would be very surprised if your issue isn't on the fact that you've got all your GPU and input devices all on core 0, and that's where your bottleneck is, and that's where you get FPS drops. Yeah, if you don't want to do an hour session, that's fine. You can DM me on Discord and we'll sort something out. We can do that. Wait, don't see it on app. What don't you see on app, Batch? Oh, well, you can't see it on the app on Twitter app. Is that what you're saying? Let me have a look. No, it's there. I got a little pink live thing around my face. Open live video. Yeah, fine. I've got a little. It says that. It says live, around my avatar. You not got that? That's weird. Okay. Does your Gumroad support PayPal and Apple Pay? I don't know, Zeppo. They just take all major credit cards, I think, on Gumroad. If you want to do PayPal, then you can come directly to me if you absolutely want to, and I can sort you out with a license code for the app. If you want to do that. But I don't know. I don't know if Gumroad takes Apple Pay and Google Pay. I don't know. Are you disabling MPO? No, I'm not disabling MPO. I've tested MPO. In fact, there's a troubleshooting bit for actually turning off at MPO. Where is this? Look, got a section in my app in the paid bit for actually disabling it and re-enabling it and advising when to do it and when not to do it. I've tested MPO. Disabling it if you've got a problem is worth testing to see if it makes the problem go away. But in terms of performance, you're better off having it on. So I've got a whole section on MPO. So Zeppo sees it on the phone as well. I don't know what's going on with Batch's phone. What's going on with that? What's going on? Baby. Batch needs to update his phone. He does, doesn't he? Definitely does. What else? My stream category for everybody streaming is technically Fortnite for Twitch right now. It's gaming for YouTube. Kick it's zero build. It's Fortnite zero build. So I probably should play some Fortnite at some point, as opposed to just chatting away. What do we think? Yeah, that is a bit high. It's a bit high. I'm going to reboot. Let's see if I can get it down to what it normally is. Oh. Bum. Spicy. If you're predominantly using latency mod to measure your latency, a couple of things. Number one, make sure you're not in a power saving power plan. So if it's sending any of the cores to sleep, then it has to wake them up to actually do anything. So make sure you're not in a power saving power plan that sleeps cores. Number two is have a look at your CPU tab. Check to see which core is the one that's basically being interrupted the most. If it's all on core 0, then it would really, really help if you move the GPU and the USB controller away from that core 0. So that would really help too. What else? Input devices. Do not run any overclocked polling for Unreal Engine games more than 4,000. So if you're running 4,000 or 8,000, turn them down right now. If you're running Fortnite or any other Unreal Engine games, the engine just doesn't do very well and has issues with those. So you can get rid of that. So yeah, I wouldn't go any higher than 2,000 on a mouse or a controller. Controller probably wouldn't go higher than 1,000 polling rate. Keyboard doesn't need to be higher than 1,000 either. Batch says, I've got 20 phones being 20 people talking to Alex right now. I've got 20 phones being 20 people talking to Alec right now. Well, you're seeing who's watching. I mean, I've got stats up here. I don't know who's watching my Twitter. Hang on, how many people watching my Twitter? My X, sorry. 3. A balmy 3 people watching my first ever Twitter stream. I need to get my Twitter followers up a bit. So if you are one of the 3, please could you make sure you're following me, pretty please. I need to get my followers up on Twitter. Wait, why is my YouTube stream miles behind? It's because it's not live, that's why. It's an old one. Oh, that's weird. You need to go live on that. Right, let's have a look at names, Mom. Right, should be about 1.38 on the DPC. I'm sorry, on the processors. 1.38 and 0.53 on the DPC average. So I don't know what you're getting, Spicy, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah, and if you have a look at the CPU load, if it's properly spread out with the GPU on 4 and 5 and your input devices on 6 and 7, then your core 0 should not be the highest one. So at the moment, I've got 4, 6, 7, and then 0, and then 5. But if core 0's got all of these put together already, then that's the reason you're having latency spikes. Probably you're overloading one of the cores. You've got 1.38 and 0.55. Cool. Pretty much what I'm running. But bear in mind, I'm overclocking my CPU more than you are, Zeppo, so it's probably why my DPC is a little bit lower. But that's a good ballpark to be in. Very good ballpark to be in. Oh yeah, you've got that one, I suppose. I still think I'm running. Oh, you're running 5.6. Yeah, but your ring speed isn't faster, I don't think, because I'm overclocking the BCLK2. My ring speed, the speed that communicates between the CPU and the memory, that frequency is higher. I don't think you're doing that. Yeah. Right, should we run some Fortnite? Because that looks about right. That looks about right. Right, so let's what do we want running? Exit lag. We want auto run, so we bind scroll up and down. We want Epic Games Launcher. And we want this so that we can run some latency and FPS tracking. We love Fortnite. Nah, not so much this season, but I get your sentiment. There's too much overlap here. Let's go with that. How long to the new season? I don't know. I'm trying not to look because I think it's a long time. I think it's a very long time. So I think this is a W, being able to multi-stream. Can you explain it, Zeppo? I can't. Why I'm now multi-streaming, and yet my kilobits a second bandwidth upload has not increased from 13,000 13 megabits a second. That's what it was when I was just using Twitch. But I'm now running YouTube, Kick, and X on top of that, but the bandwidth hasn't gone up. And my GPU and CPU percent haven't gone up. So how is that happened? I don't understand how I've got additional outputs. I think they're all using the same basically render, and then I'm sending them out. I understand that bit. So I'm duplicating the render, and then it's just duplicating out to different providers. But why hasn't the bandwidth gone up? Because of the, you know what? I want to double check this. I don't believe that 13 megabits a second. I don't believe it. I'm going to check Task Manager, Ethernet. Yeah. So what? Okay, so it makes sense now. What YouTube is, what OBS is telling me, which is 13,700-ish kilobits a second on the little status bar at the bottom. That's only measuring Twitch. Because if I look at my Task Manager, it's actually kicking out about 40 odd megabits, 42 megabits a second. So it has gone up. It's just that OBS isn't reporting it. It's only reporting on the Twitch stream. That is good. Now that makes sense. Okay, so that's a really good setup. So I'm very happy with that. That's a big W. A big W. So I'm basically streaming on three extra places, and the only thing that's increased is the amount of bandwidth, upload bandwidth that I'm kicking out. And that's fine because I've got like 900 megabits a second to spare. So on my connection, so I've got plenty of spare bandwidth, and it's not used up any more CPU or any more GPU. So all I need to do now is the TikTok one. I need to get to 1,000 followers somehow on TikTok, and I've got like 10. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I mean, I can't stream on it. I'm going to have to start making silly videos. Alexander the Dad does donuts in his Porsche. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll get me 1,000 followers. People prefer IRL things. Alexander the Dad does 100 miles an hour with the handbrake on. Stupid stuff. Yeah, silly videos it is. Is anyone on? Didn't really ask the question. Oh, Mike's playing solos. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry for making you play solos. I feel really bad now. I feel really bad for that. By the way, audio channels on these extra streams that I'm kicking out are only doing audio channel 2, which does not include music or Discord chat. So you won't be able to hear Mike on Discord unless you're in Twitch. If you're on Twitch live, you'll hear everything, including music and other people chatting in Discord. But if you're on any of the other platforms, YouTube, X, Kick, then I've deliberately kept Discord out of the audio channel and music out, so I don't get any copyright strikes, and nobody complains that I'm broadcasting their voice there, and they don't want me to, because they automatically create VODs, and I didn't want the headache. So if anybody wants to listen to Mike's dulcet tones, then you need to jump over to my Twitch to watch. If I can find Mike, where is the mic? He's still not on VC, so he must be in the middle of a big fight. Should we watch? Let's watch what he's doing. I get much worse FPS on this new big map than I do in the old big map, and oh yeah, I turned down the audio, didn't I, the other day for the gaming PC, and it was way too quiet, so I'm bumping that up. Okay. Yeah, FPS sucks on this map right now. Some bits of the map are fine. I'm getting 600. Other bits I'm dipping down under my required 480. And I need 480 for my 480 Hz monitor, so as long as it's over 480, it doesn't really matter. Because it's just the point of that is to feed a new refreshed frame, a new fresh frame for every refresh of the monitor. So as long as it's over 480, it really doesn't matter. But that seems muted to me. I've got a loud gurgling, but when he's doing the other bits, it's noisier. You hearing that? Or is this mic on, by the way, is this mic on PlayStation? This might be mic on PlayStation. Also, why does it say I'm in the game? Look, the bottom left, it says Alexander the Dad above the health bar. What's that about? Can I use this €50 app for 2 PCs? No, only one. It's per PC, the license. It's lifetime, but for per PC. The audio's bugged. Yeah. Yeah, it's really kind of quiet, isn't it? Other than certain sounds. Like, beep, beep. That was loud, but I can't hear the car at all. I think it's only when you're watching and replays. Bing, bing, bing. Nice. Hey, Gad. How you doing? Welcome in. To this sunny Sunday. It's a very sunny Sunday. It's 30 degrees outside right now. 30 degrees centigrade. And it's, how hot is it in my office? It's 24 and a half-ish. So I need to get the temperature down a bit. It's comfortable. But I've just got some audio. But my aircon's pointing straight at my computer's not me. So the computers get preferential treatment from the aircon unit. I wonder if you free app, how can I check if I have delay or lag? Please explain how. What? So in Fortnite or generally? Are you using MV Clean Store? Yes, I use MV Clean Store. In Fortnite. So you can download the free version and then open Fast Monitor up. But what you need to do first, before you use the hotkeys, is you need to go into the settings, the little cog thing at the bottom, and make sure capture hotkeys is enabled. So you need to make sure that's ticked. Then you can use Control-Shift-1 and Control-Shift-2 to start and stop it, without having to Alt-Tab each time. So then you go one and you leave fast running in the background, and then you do Control-Shift-1, and then you get beep beep, nice, and that tells you that it started, and then you just leave it running for a couple of hours or however long a game is. And once you press stop, it then goes back into the logs and works out where each game was in the logs and which timestamps, and then it cuts the FPS and the network information for just those games, and then you can like look at the session. You can then drill into the games and look at the FPS stats, and you can look at the network stats as well. See, I've got really loud music now for this bit, but not for the sound effects. Is there MV Clean Install in your app? Yeah, there's a button to download it. Yeah, and instructions on what to set. Oh, is he going to come out, Mike? Or has he just triggered it? He's sitting in that bush, I bet you. I bet you see. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, no. He knows it's a trap. He knows it's a trap. Uh-oh. It's a trap. Is Mike still not in the chat? No, still not in the chat. This is so weird with the audio messed up on the game here, and the bug. Did you know this app, how much delay you have? What do you mean? Do you know this app, how much delay have decap, or is it fake? What, for testing latency? I mean, if you want to know proper latency, you need a proper monitor that has NVIDIA Reflex Latency Analyzer built in, ideally. So you need to spend money on a 360 hertz monitor with NVIDIA Reflex Latency Analyzer chip in it. Then you can set it up so that you then plug your mouse into the monitor and the monitor into the PC, and it measures how long between when you click the mouse to when you see the thing on the screen. That measures end-to-end latency. That's the best way of doing it. If you want to measure something like PC latency, which is the bit in the middle, so end-to-end latency is basically input device latency, so the mouse, then PC latency, then monitor latency. So, but if you just want to measure the bit in the middle, the PC latency, you can just use something like Reflex frame view. Sorry, just frame view, NVIDIA frame view. And that will show you the bit in the middle, which is normally, I mean, I think it's about, what is it for me? I think it's about 2.9 milliseconds, I think, for me, for this. So yeah, I mean, I've got an Alienware one and I've got an Asus OLED one. So I can use the Alienware one for doing end-to-end latency testing. But I don't know whether your Alienware has got an NVIDIA Reflex Latency Analyzer chip in it. It's only specific ones, and I've just broken my glasses, which is clever. Wait, so I've got to put this bit back on again. Yeah. But it's a bit of a faff setting it up, but I've spent a lot of years of my life now testing latency in Fortnite. How much impact like Reflex has, what impacts various things have. So yeah, so I recommend if you want to do PC latency, for PCL, then use just use FrameView, NVIDIA FrameView. Download that, turn on the latency markers in game, and then run some tests. If you want to do end-to-end latency, the best thing is the NVIDIA Reflex Latency Analyzer. I don't feel any delay, but my friend tells when I am in the game, they tell me you lagging. Don't know why. I mean, if you're lagging around on their screen, that's more network. That's not your input lag. That's your network lag. You're either dropping packets or data packets, or you've got a lot of ping jitter. Again, in my app, there's a hit reg tester, the free version. Run that and see what it says. So look, I'll show you the hit reg thing. So as I say, go into here. There's a hit reg diagnostic thing. So run that, and that'll tell you whether you're getting a lot of jitter or a lot of packet loss. So you can see my jitters like under a half a millisecond, which is good, and I've got no packet loss at all. Yeah, make sure you're running Ethernet. If you buy my €50 app, well, it's pounds but not euro, but yeah, and you use your program but can't lower DPC latency, can you help me to get lower one-to-one session? Well, I don't normally do tuning in a one-to-one in a troubleshooting 1 hour session. If you want tuning, I typically do like there's a 2 hour session if you want actual tuning. But for an hour, it's normally just for doing targeted. You've got a specific error or something, and I try and help fix it. Where can you get my tool? How much does it cost? So there's a free version, but if you want to make your computer faster, there are 2 paid versions. And all the details are on my website. So if you go to alexanderthedad.com, I'll put it in the chat again. I hate typing on the side. It's so awkward. Yeah, if you go to my website, scroll down a bit, or you can just click on the download the free version button that comes up immediately. The website that you buy it from is called Gumroad, and I don't think they do crypto. No, it's a proper marketplace that you buy it from. You don't buy it directly from me. You buy it from a marketplace. But there's a free version, so have a play with that. And if you want the tuning bit of it, so the free version does lots of diagnosis stuff, but if you want to make your computer faster, then it's the paid versions you're going to need. But have a play with the free version, because there's tons and tons of stuff to play with in the free version. So start there. And when you do the free version, you actually have to put a 0 in for the price. Otherwise, if you keep pressing I want this, it doesn't work. You actually have to put a 0 in. Again, Spicy, all the details are on that web page I've just put in the chat. So have a look at that. 2 hour, it shows you what's covered in the 2 hour session. It shows you what's covered in a 1 hour session. It shows you what's covered in a 4 hour session. So take your pick. Right. How's Mike doing? Have we got a mic yet? We have a mic. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there. Did you win? Oh no. Jumping around. God, I'm hot today. You must be even hotter. 74 degree CPU. 39. Have you got the last sprite yet? It's the core. You got it. So you got the ghost. You got the ghost. Right, can you lend it to me, please? Pretty please. Lifetime is Spicy. Lifetime is for the app updates. So you get lifetime updates for the app. You're not buying my support for a lifetime. That would be ridiculous. So the app updates, you get lifetime updates on the app. So if I come out with 8.1 or 9 or 10 or 11 or version 50, you get them all for free once you've bought the app in the first place. Yeah, you're not buying me. Okay. Go on then, Mike. Yes, put your PC in the fridge, definitely. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's no lifetime Alex version, I'm afraid. Not sure I'll live that long. Okay, I test out and it says up to 4 milliseconds and 31 milliseconds, right? So that's your baseline, and then that's the service you're going to. And jitter 0 and loss 0. So jitter 0 and loss 0 is great. But the 4 is basically just going to DNS server 1.1.1. It's just a local test. This is a kind of a baseline. And then the 31 is you going to the actual game servers. Can you guarantee low DPC with 2-hour sessions? Well, if you copy my settings and you've got my CPU, then you should be getting near what I get. So if you want kind of near 1.5 average for processes and 0.5 average for DPC average for devices, then basically my app tells you how to get that. You don't even need me. I mean, Zeppo in the chat got pretty similar setup to you already, and he just proved that he gets pretty much the same latency stats as I do, having followed all the app and the guide. Reproducible. But if you've got a problem with a device that's actually a hardware problem that's doing a load of extra DPC interrupts to your CPU and that's causing frame drops, I can't fix that, obviously, because it's hardware. But I can help identify the problem and I can show you how to lower your general latency. Yes, definitely that. Right, so equip a sprite. So I don't need one if you're bringing one in for me. Let's go for some high ping to see how that's doing today. But if you're bringing me the Ghosts Hollow one. I don't know. Oh, I've just realized my hand fan's not pointing at me. That's why I'm a bit hot. Need my hand fan. My Noctur hand fan on the desk. Now I'm buying €50 app. After installing Windows 11, should I install drivers from my motherboard website or do I need to listen only to your app? Well, the app points you to your motherboard's website. So yeah, follow the app, which will tell you to do that and helps you do that. It will do a lookup of your motherboard and then the word BIOS or whatever you need to do. I mean, if you're running a fairly new BIOS, then you shouldn't really need to update religiously. But if you're running a BIOS that's kind of a year or two old, then I definitely would recommend updating that before you do anything else. That might fix some problems for you. No, I think I'm on a bit older one than that, Bruce, at the moment. Because there's a beta out, isn't there, for my one? I haven't done that one yet. But they tend to be listing things at the moment. Most of the BIOS updates are for new low latency memory profiles. But you obviously need the memory sticks to actually have those low latency profiles on them in order to then be able to select them in the BIOS. So I don't think I can do that with my slightly older 1-year-old memory kit that was made before these new low latency profiles came out. God, this is taking its time, isn't it? 2 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, well, mine's 38, Mike, so I'm half you. Yeah. I don't know, but your CPU's upside down. You've got the cooler cools on my one. The cooler cools the CPU bit and not the cache bit. And I think you got the cache and the CPU the other way around, where it's kind of closer to the cooler, the internal heat spreader. Yeah, listen to Zeppo. Alright. Wait, where are you marking? Oh. What are we doing? Trios fill, were we? I didn't even notice. I'm gonna jump in a minute and we're gonna have to build, aren't we? Yep. Rarely spawns on this mountain anymore, that thingy chest. We do have quite a few people looking like they're going over the back. Where are you, Mike? Can we do it here? Can we start here? Or have you gone far side? Oh, you've gone in there. Okay. Okay, no, don't drop anything yet or die. I can't get down to you now. No. One more way, one more way. Yeah, memory's crazy now, isn't it? There's a guy below us. All right. No. Whoa. I can't pick it up. Yeah. I got them all. Right, okay. Now we can play. Oh, there's a bit of shit there. Alright. Oh no, has he nicked our NPC? Oh, I'll Phil. Well, he didn't land with us, so I don't know what he was expecting. How's he doing this? Is he near a reboot van? What's he doing? Oh, whatever's happening, he's not learning from his mistakes. Okay. You will not believe what I just got out of a fripping chest. Hollow ghost sprite. Ah, unbelievable. Do you want... I might just carry it. Do you want it back, Mike, so you don't have to buy it? Well, just come and get it. Just come and get it. Out of the chest. What's my last one, Bruce? It's my last one. I've now got them all. So, yeah. The entire season. And Mike drops me one, and then the next chest I open, it's in it. That's crazy. Yeah. I need some better guns. Got a grape shotgun. And everything else green. Equip a sprite. Take that, set up. I'll do that in a sec. I'm gonna stick a soccer sprite on. Alright. I'm coming. It's really hot, isn't it? Oop, upgrade. Haven't seen anyone yet. Just killed them all before I got there. Ghost. Oh, I need that. Is our teammate still alive? Where is he? There's football and a chug here if you need a chug. Oh, go up here. Team up here. '96. '96. Oh, that was close. These are bots. '96. Bottomus Maximus. Deep sleep. I don't know. I don't know. What monitor have you got? Deep sleep. Where you at? Where are you at? Oh, you're over there. Still not seen anyone apart from those bot squads. Tempting. All right. Oh, yeah, hot rocks. Over here, Mike. Oh, behind us, behind us. I want my aim a bit. Not moving. I don't know. shots over here somewhere. And people coming in this way. I'd like to go low ground. We're in a full bot lobby. I think full. Yeah, you killed Crownser, didn't you? Yeah, yeah, they are real. Oh, I'm not sure, actually. Got one. Got two. Wow, that was the easiest lobby I think I've had this year. Take it. I think it's because you came in with a holocron and went right. Oh, a hollow sprite said, "Right, we're gonna give me an easy lobby." All right, all complete. Fader complete. Yep. Got them all. Which one was it? It was... Can't find it. There we go. It's level 2. That's the same. Might as well do the same. Do 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 do. Yeah, not the best game ever. Yep. That'll be VAR every 2 minutes. Well, FIFA stands for Fix It for Argentina. So... he did kind of move his leg weirdly to the right. I don't know why he did that. Well, in front of him. He kind of put it in front of the other guy and then went over because he put it in front of the other guy. You're trying to block him. He was trying to block him and he just went over. Yeah, just pushed him. I think he should have scored before then as well, where it went kind of behind him and he didn't quite, in the penalty box, he didn't quite get contact with him. He should have scored that one. Our defenders were just messing around. Why were our defenders basically dribbling back into our own penalty box? What? He wants to spread them thinner, does he? So he can then hit them on the counter attack. You don't do that. You don't, with your back turned past to somebody, with their back turned to the attackers in your own penalty box. And what are they doing? I was screaming. Yeah, just fucking clear it. Stupid. Yeah. No, bad idea. Well, the bot's here because somebody just tried to shoot me through a window. Only bots do that. You will what? Shot at me again. That was a bit of a stutter. Bum, 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 bum. Still no golden fishing spots. I don't know what they've done with them all. Do, 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 do. Ba-bum, bum. I swear that's the beginning of the A-Team theme. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. Doug. I've got loads of heals. Where is everybody though? Where's this guy? Right, doofus. Take that.
Impressive work. I'll be in touch.
How much gold have I got? 970. More gold. You will go for the leveling of the up. No movement. Who did that? I didn't do that. Oh, full dipped. Let's go. There we go. Take this, thank you. Yeah. Got the one in the water. Oh, I had to finish him though, so I don't know. Oh, yeah, I guys got them up over there. We do need to kind of move here. Might be worth holding them when they come out. Okay. Cracked. Nope. Yep. Worst shotgun ever. I don't know, it went down here somewhere. Probably towards the reboot man. Alright, I've either gone past him. Must have gone past him. Wait. I'm not down there. Oh yeah, behind us? Oh no, that's C2. Where did he go? Where's he gone? Right, I'm extracting this. It's maxed. Go with the boss one. My aim assist feels a bit twitchy today for ADS. Probably just need to warm up my aim a bit, but I might go back to 10-10. What boss is that? Do with a bit of shotgun if it's skeletal. Skeletal, I'm gonna kill Skeletal quick. Yeah, that feels really loose. Oh, this gunner with these boots are quite good. Thank you, thank you. Was that yours? Oh, there you go. Bubble. Just gonna get some height. Get up here. I want to use up all my boots. Getting a bit low on the boots. Ow. Yeah. Pink one there. I've got to not crouch with these boots on near this edge. Pink one right there. They're fighting each other. Oh, there's a ghost guy. Oh, come on, that hit him. Don't push down. Oh, knocked one, knocked one, knocked one. Go in. Yep, go in. Where'd they gone? Oh. Got another one, got another one. Use the reboot van. Go in the reboot van. Go in the reboot van. Go in the reboot van. Okay. There you go. Somebody underneath about to come up. Two. Nope. Oh, I got a ton of leveling up for. Yeah. Are they still down there? Okay. Hey, some new boots. They're fighting over there. I don't know whether that's. But we kind of need to go. We need to kind of go this way. Go around to the right a bit. Don't want to use my boots up. No, don't want to use my boots up. He says using his boots up. Yeah, here. Just... Ooh, that was a close one. I mean, we can get up to like get up to here-ish. Yep, they're inside. Oh, they're really tied together. Oh, suitcase. I'm just going to throw this down. Oh, God, I gotta stop doing that. Sorry. Oh, that was a 96. Oh. Oh. Oh, monkey, where are we going to go? I'm going to go around to the right because this is going to get nasty. This is going to get nasty. They're all firing up top. Whoa. Thank you. Dead. What happened to my Can we get our teammate up? Is that too much to ask? Probably too much to ask. Yep, hold him off. Oh, that should have hit him. Got him, 96. Nice. GG's. That was a bit spicier than the first one, wasn't it? Woohoo. Oh, yeah. Let me get Bert in. Wait. Joinable parties. One of those in ages either. So, got basically everything up to date. So, leaderboards. Oh, Mike hasn't got everything maxed. Interesting. I'm up there with ship now. O's. I won't be able to come today. That's a shame. Hope you're well though. Enjoying Fortnite. Sugo. Why Nvidia and DX drivers always spike? Is that a lot normal? Yeah, it's your display drivers. What that is. That is normal. The more work you're giving your display to do, the more it's gonna be up there. That is normal though. Why am I sitting out? Bum, 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 bum. Need to get Bert in. That's what we need to get. I've seen Bert for ages. Oh, he's just doing ranked. Oh, Mike's back. Getting hungry again. Getting hungry again. Oh. Down to 23 in the office now. It's a bit more manageable. Oh, I was going to change my sense as well. I think that was... Oh, it's too fast. 12. Do, 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 do. Best app ever. It is, isn't it? I really like it. Even the free one's really good. Bum bum bo loo do 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 do. How's it look on this vertical scene? I haven't actually checked that out. Twitch. So I had to reconstruct it today because I had to switch to a different app, which wiped everything. Oh, yeah. That does look pretty clean. Yeah, so it's just TikTok I need to work out now for the old stream. Yeah, I'm not even taking my freaking name. Wow, 3 minutes. Are you still on multi-platforms? Yes. So I'm on two for Twitch, vertical and horizontal. Then I'm on YouTube Kick, and X. So I'm streaming to 5 right now. It's using up about 40 megabits per second bandwidth. It's not used up any additional CPU, not used up any additional GPU, multi-streaming at all, because they're basically using the same output as Twitch does and then copying it. So I'm not having to do multiple re-encodings. I'm just sending it out multiple times. More stream snipers. I mean, the only problem is if I want to, I can turn up the quality on YouTube and Kick higher than what I can do on Twitch, but that means then re-encoding it with it, and then that gives the computer more work to do. But I'm liking this. Yeah, it does seem a bit Twitter. You're not playing today, Batch? Are you out? Out and about. In YouTube, you could go back into editor and just edit out the gameplay and have the tech video up. Yeah, maybe. I tend to just jump around a lot. That's the problem. I'm old and I witter. I just had a thought. Now that I can detect which devices are your GPU and the input controllers, maybe I could completely automate it in the scripts. Maybe. Still requires a bit of user input, I think. Any people that landed there or something? Question mark appearing over there. What's that? I'm not going to get that. I can get enough ammo. If I can get enough ammo, I might go and do that. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I much prefer 10. I've got 95 gold. I can't buy her back. Or him back. Do not have the gold. What? What's going on with these slobbies? They're a challenge today. What are they doing? We're going to kill this boss quick. Okay, I probably shouldn't have dropped the AR to do that. drop the AR to do that. Something weird's going on. Oh, wow, somebody just took off all my fucking health. Oh, he died there.
I'll remember your face.
Are they watching us now, or they just left? What was the point in that? What was the point in that? Alright, come in here. Are you recommending installing monitor driver and ICC profile? No, I normally do override to reference mode for the in NVIDIA control panel, so there's no input lag. That reduces input lag by a whole milliseconds. So your computer's not doing any processing of colors before it displays them and slowing it down. Oh, nice match. Well, by the bus on the bridge. What? Again with the what? 96 on that one. Knocked one on the bridge, Mike. Okay, got them all. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Oh. Yeah, in town, in the middle of town. Can't hit anything with this hunting rifle, this green one, for some reason. More people coming in from the right. New team coming in from the right. Honestly can't hit anything with this hunting rifle. I'm one. Fucking one. I'm dead. Killed him, but... Wait, how have you got shields still? Where did you get to any heals? Interesting. Hunting. I should carry that just to kind of level up a bit. Yeah, again, that's listed in my app. Some... You can see it, Mike. I should drop you this. I should... Oils, oils, oils. I can split you sniper bullets as well. I just saw somebody jumping around here. There's a pile of loot here, so... Back to the scene of the crime. Nice. I don't know if I want this mythic. Do you reckon it's worth having this mythic AR or not? Which one is true, Libros or waveform? I use both. And both are listed in the app to try. I find waveform can get stuck sometimes on warming up. A buffer bloat test. Right. Oh. Five teams left. marker. EG. Crystals. Okay. More shocks here, Mike. I'm just trying to get some more crystals. Where have you gone? You've gone deep. Can you get back to me? It's a long way away. You are. Mike. Yeah, why are you going over there? Yeah, but... I mean... I had to try and reboot you. Yeah, I didn't realize you were going over there. I thought you were just marking where they were. And then you said there was a crown there that you weren't going near. No. Reload. See some duo reloads. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit slow though, AG. I like that season. I like season 9, but you just need to get a scoped AR, otherwise it's pointless. Do an AG after this, you will. It's the venture map. I love the venture. You get Dylan on. Wait, this isn't builds, is it? No, can't build. Maybe. I left a purple red eye at the top, but there's a llama on top of that tree. Yeah, over here. Wake. One there. One in the bush. Wow. Ready? Kind of need to go around to the right, I've tilted, or underneath. I might just go straight through. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Dead. Oh, me though. I'm really weak. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, 133. He's dipping, this guy. Oh, there's one underneath it. Here. All out. All out. I need, make it there. This out the fucking way. What happened? No, in here. They're pushing in there. Yeah, in the doorway here, look. Under the bridge as well. But they're in that little room. Could take out. Whoa. On the right somewhere. It's by the bridge. I'm gonna get up here, mate. It's gone really dark. Oh. Maybe it's a pizza. Yeah. Yeah. Coming out here. $68 on him. Oh, one in there. In there, one. Well, we got height and we got circle, so watch your right because somebody went into tilted. I think it was the green skin, went around the back. One's coming up. How's he doing that in the air? He kind of put a handbrake on. $290 bullets. We left 4 teams left. Somebody still. Yeah. Yep, I knew there was somebody still on there. 96 on him. On our left. That's him. You want to get on this corner? He's coming into. Heads up, 2 in the air, 2 in the air. Absolutely destroyed one, 105 on one. 142, I'm sorry, 42 on the other ones. I can get the green one if, yeah, you got the green one. Dead, all out, all out, all out. Give me your bullets. Right, they've all got to come through us. Where are the remaining ones? I just saw somebody down here. Last two. Yep, dead in the water. One pushing you, 28. 14. Nice. Yeah. Still had tons of movement left for end game. Save it all up. Would you rather do an OC? An OG? Okay. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Weird. Very, very weird. All right. Yep. We'll have a break after this one, I think. Yeah. Get some dinner. Well, we've got fresh lettuce in the garden at the moment, and so yeah, it tastes completely different to the lettuce you get in the supermarket. It's just yeah. Go outside, you pull some leaves off, and then you eat them within 5 minutes. Completely different taste. Let's go. Bat should be on in 30 minutes. Specs. Yeah. Pavo. Yeah, there's a lot of players. Oh, it's a all mythic chess one. an all mythic chess game, Mike. Coming back. Love a shotgun. Seriously, where are all the... all of that, and I'm going to end up with that and that. Oh, that's bullshit. Man. What do I do with those other shocks? I don't know. I don't really know what to take. The what? Some cheese everywhere. Oh, don't let that. Purple thingy here. Wrecker. Oh, who's that? $59. Nice. His teammate's just behind him. Yeah, his teammate was over here somewhere. Let's make sure he's not in there. Teammate's going deep. Teammate's gone on to there. Right. Well, I've got the red eye, gold red eye, so yeah, that was back of the lake. Oh, hey, Mike. What? Oh yeah, that's him. One. There's another gold. Yeah, this thing shreds. Yeah, we just got to catch people looting here. Everybody's eyes are going to be bigger than their bellies. He says looting. I was over tilted. Yeah, got a shock. Got shocks and grapples. Where? Oh, there's somebody up here. Well, there's loads of people here. Oh, Mike. Yeah, I'm not pushing it. Wait for you to get up. You back? There's somebody close here. Come out. Got him. Cracked. Out. Ah, no! Okay. I'm taking like 200 off these two together. Oh, what they're playing at? They're shooting blind into a bush. I'm on about 500 damage now. Somebody, and then they've just got third parties. That's funny. And then they've all got to come through us. Yeah. I swear I just had somebody behind me. They've gone to the right now. In there. One's in the bush. Destroyed him. There's the other one. To the right down here. Oh. Oh. Gonna back up a bit, Mike. If you need any loot, let's just do a balloon or two. Oh, there's a thingy dub there. There's a green tack AR. Pizza there. I'm having to go around towards Tiki Head. Oh, behind us, behind us. Just got. Yep. He's firing rockets at us. Yeah, they're getting pushed everywhere now. Yeah, I just got sniped. How about that? Yeah, fucking A. You know what, I'm fighting this. I'm going to get some dinner. Cool. See you soon. Bye, chat.